Hello my dear students, myself Ranjita Das, lecturer in physics of Nalanda Vidya Mandir. My dear students, in the last class we have studied about the mirror formula and the relation between the radius of curvature and the focal length. From the mirror formula we have found that 1 by V plus 1 by U equal to 1 by F, where V is your image distance, U is your object distance and F is the focal length of the mirror. Irrespective of the concave mirror or the convex mirror, irrespective of the real image and the virtual image, we have got the mirror formula as 1 by V plus 1 by U equal to 1 by M. Today we will discuss about the magnification in a mirror. So what do we mean by magnification? Magnification means how much the image size is enlarged in comparison to the object size. The magnification is two types. One is linear magnification and another one is longitudinal magnification. What is linear magnification? We denote it as M, and let longitudinal magnification is M dash. So what is linear magnification? The height of the image to the height of the object is linear magnification. M equal to I by O, where I is the height of the image to the height of the object is I by O. So this is the formula for the linear magnification. Now let us find out what will be the magnification in case of the mirror, either concave or convex. So let us first find out for the concave mirror producing real image. See in this one, we have already discussed this diagram. A ray which moves parallel will pass through the focus. A ray incident at some angle to the principal axis reflected at the same angle to the principal axis. So this is one reflected ray, this is another reflected ray, and a ray which passes to the center of curvature is reflected undeviated. So this is the third ray. All the three rays meet at this point. So here the image will be formed. So A dash B dash is the inverted image of AB. Now let us consider these two triangles, ABP triangle and A dash B dash P triangle. In ABP triangle and A dash B dash P triangle, the angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. This is your 90 degree. So obviously this angle is equal to this angle. Means the two triangles are similar to each other. If the two triangles are similar, then the corresponding sides are proportional to each other. So what I can write? AB P triangle is similar to A dash B dash P triangle. So the corresponding side AB by A dash B dash is equal to AP by A dash P. All of you clear? So AB by A dash B dash, AB by A dash B dash is equal to AP by A dash P. That implies A dash B dash by AB equal to A dash P by AP. Okay. Now let us use the sign convention. A dash B dash, it is below the principal axis, so that is minus I by AB, this one O, size of image and size of object, equal to A dash P. A dash P is the image distance V, AP is the object distance U. Both are to the left of the pole, so taken negative according to the sign convention. So A dash P minus V by AP minus U. That implies I by U equal to minus V by U. And what is this I by O? I by O is nothing but your magnification. linear magnification. So what we got? M equal to minus V by U. In which case, for the concave mirror producing real image. Concave mirror producing real image. Okay. Now come to the second diagram for the concave mirror producing virtual image. So in this case, virtual image. See the diagram? The ray which is parallel to the principal axis passes through the focus. So this is one ray. The ray which is incident at some angle to the principal axis is reflected at the same angle. So this is another reflected ray. The ray which passes through the center of curvature after reflection pass undeviated. So this is your third ray. All the three rays after reflection diverge from each other. So when they are produced in the backward direction, they appear to meet at this point. So this is the position of the image. Now this is the object, and for this object, this is the virtual image A dash B dash. Now again let us compare these two triangles, ABP triangle and A dash B dash B triangle. These two triangles. Okay. So the two triangles are similar to each other. So if the two triangles are similar to each other, what I can write? Again, AB by A dash B dash is AP by A dash B. AB by A dash B dash is AP by A dash B, or A dash B dash by AB equal to A dash P by AP. Now let us use the sign convention. Both are to the above the principal axis. So both I and O are taken positive. I by O is equal to this one is V and this one is U. I hope all of you are clear now that according to sign convention V can be taken as positive and U can be taken as negative. So let us put it here. What we will get? A dash P is V by AP is minus U. So what I got? I by O is minus V by U, and this I by O is nothing but the magnification. So for the concave mirror producing virtual image also, we got the magnification equal to minus V by U. Okay? Let us come to the third diagram. For the convex mirror. So for convex mirror, as we know that a convex mirror always produces virtual image. For convex mirror, let us see the ray diagram. The ray which passes parallel to principal axis is deviated along this path, and if this is produced in backward direction, it meets at the focus. Another ray incident at some angle is reflected at the same angle. So when these two rays are produced in backward direction, they meet at this point. So this is the virtual image of the object AB. Now again let us compare the two triangles ABP and A dash B dash P. ABP triangle and A dash B dash P triangle. The two triangles are similar. So again we can write AB by A dash B dash equal to AP by A dash P. Now let us put the sign convention. Both are above the principal axis. So both I and O are positive. So again A dash B dash by AB equal to A dash P by AP. So I by O, P A dash is plus V and PA is minus U, right? So minus V by minus U. So again we got the magnification equal to minus V by U. So irrespective of either the concave mirror or the convex mirror, we got the magnification is equal to minus V by U. So what we got? The magnification M equal to I by O equal to minus V by U. Next, let us find out the relation between the magnification and the focal length. From the mirror formula, we already know 1 by V plus 1 by U equal to 1 by F. Let us multiply throughout the equation by U by U. So U by V plus 1 equal to U by F. What I have done? Multiplying by U throughout the equation. So U by V equal to U by F minus 1. That is U minus F by F. So that implies V by U equal to F by U minus F. What is the formula for the magnification? M equal to minus V by U. So minus F by U minus F, and this is nothing but your F by F minus U. So magnification is F by F minus U. This is the formula. So another formula we got here, that magnification is F by F minus U. Now let us find out in terms of image distance V. So what we can do? Let us multiply throughout the equation by V. Multiplying by V, what I can get? 1 plus V by U. 1 plus V by U equal to V by F. So V by U equal to V by F minus 1. So V minus F by F. So magnification equal to minus V by U is minus V minus F by F, that is equal to F minus V by F. So another formula we got, F minus V by F. So these are the formula for the magnification. Based upon the data, we can put the formula to solve the numericals. Okay. So this is all about the magnification or linear magnification. Then based upon the value of M, how we can know whether the image is a real image or a virtual image, or erect image or inverted image. Now two cases arise. Either M can be positive or M can be negative. If the M is positive, see, in this case the M will be positive because both are on the same side. So M equal to I by O. So I is positive, O is positive, so the magnification is positive. That means if the magnification is positive, the image is erect. Okay. Now if M is negative, in which case M can be negative? See, here the object is upward and the image is downward. That means here if we will find the magnification, this is minus I by O, because this is downward. Downward according to sign convention we are taking negative. So if negative, that means the image is inverted. Clear? So based upon the value of M, if M is positive, then the image is erect. If M is negative, then the image is inverted. Then again, M can be greater than 1 or less than 1 or M equal to 1. If M is greater than 1, what does it mean? I by O is greater than 1. That implies I is greater than O. Image is greater than object. If image is greater than object, then we say it as magnified image or enlarged image. If M is less than 1, then I by O is less than 1. That implies I less than O. So if I is less than O, then the image is diminished, smaller in size than the object. If M equal to 1, then I by O is equal to 1. That implies I equal to O. Object size and the image size are same size. Okay. So The conclusion, m equal to 1. In which case, generally we get this one in your plane mirror, or when the object is at the center of curvature. If m is positive, in which case, if the image is erect, then m is positive. Image is erect in which case? If the object is within the focus in case of concave mirror and at any position in case of convex mirror. So for the convex mirror, the image we are getting is always erect. And for the concave mirror, either we can get erect image or we can get inverted image depending upon where the object is kept. Okay? Next. This is all about the linear magnification. Then let us know what is the longitudinal magnification. Longitudinal magnification, m dash. Okay, the magnification of the object along the principal axis is longitudinal magnification. What does it mean? See, let I have taken the object, this one. After reflection through the mirror, I have got the image like this. Okay, now object distance we are taking you. Suppose between the inner edge and the outer edge, the separation is du, and between, for the image, the distance between the inner edge and the outer edge is dv. So what is longitudinal magnification? M dash equal to dv by du. Okay, so what is longitudinal magnification? The magnification of the object along the principal axis is known as longitudinal magnification. Now let us find 1 by v plus 1 by u equal to 1 by f. From the mirror formula, let us differentiate it with respect to u. So, if I will differentiate it, d by du of 1 by v plus 1 by u equal to d by du of 1 by f. For a mirror, the focal length is constant, so this term will be 0. That implies minus 1 by v square dv by du, because the image distance depends upon the object distance. If the object distance will change, then obviously the image distance will change. So minus 1 by v square dv by du minus 1 by u square equal to 0, or dv by du equal to 1 by u square minus v square by u square. So dv by du is m dash equal to minus v by u whole square, that is minus n square. So this is the relation between the linear magnification and the longitudinal magnification. Let us take the example of plane mirror. So for the plane mirror, as we know, m equal to 1, that means the height of the object is equal to height of the image. So m equal to 1, then what is m dash? M dash equal to minus 1. That means if we are hitting by the right hand, then in the plane mirror we can see as hitting in with the left hand. That means the image is laterally inverted in case of plane mirror. All of you clear now? So what we got? The relation m dash equal to dv by du, and the relation m dash equal to minus n square. This is the relation between the linear magnification and the longitudinal magnification. Next, one last thing, that is the position and nature of the image based upon the position of the object. Let us first find it for the concave mirror. Concave mirror. Position of object. position of image, nature of image. Okay. Now based upon the position of the object and the position of the image, how you can find out? Based upon the position of the object, how you can know the position of the image and the nature of the image? Based upon the ray diagram. First, let the object is at infinity. Let this is the mirror. Object is at infinity. So if the object is at infinity, that means the incident rays look like parallel. If the rays are parallel, you already know that the reflected ray will pass through the focus. So this point is the position of the image. So where the image is formed? Formed at focus. And what is the nature of the image? It is highly diminished, very small, or you can say that it is a 0.1, and the image is real and inverted. Okay, the image is real and inverted. Second case, let the object is beyond C. Beyond C. See this one, this diagram. The object is beyond C. So if the object is beyond C, where we are getting the image? Between C and F. We have already discussed this ray diagram. Between C and F. So the image is between C and F. What is the nature of the image? The image is diminished and real and inverted. Okay. Next, third, at C. So if the object is at C, this is F, this is C. So if the object is at C, then after reflection it passes through the focus. The angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. So where the image will be formed? At C. The image will be formed at C. Okay? At C. What is the size? It is of same size. And the nature of the image? Real and inverted. Next, let us keep the object between C and F. So if the object is kept between C and F, then where the image is formed? The image is formed beyond C. Okay, so the image is formed beyond C. Beyond C. What is the nature of the image? The image is enlarged, but real and inverted. Next, the object is kept at F. At F. So obviously if the object is kept at F, then where the image will be formed? The image will be formed at infinity. At infinity. And what is the nature of the image? The image is highly enlarged. The image is highly enlarged or highly magnified. But real and inverted. Okay. So let us draw the ray diagram. Mirror, the object is at the focus. So if the object is at the focus, the ray which is parallel will pass like this for the same angle of incidence. Okay, so the image will be found at infinity. Next, if the object is between the pole and the focus, this is the case C. If the object is between the pole and the focus, then where the image is found? Behind the mirror. Between F and P. Behind the mirror or other side of the mirror, the image is formed. And what is the nature of the image? Magnified, erect and virtual. Erect and virtual. So these are the cases how the image is formed in case of concave mirror. Next, what will happen in case of convex mirror? For the convex mirror, wherever the image is kept, always the image, wherever the object is kept, the image formed is always virtual. Convex mirror. 1. Object at infinity. Object at infinity. So obviously we know if the object is at infinity, then the image is formed at the focus. Image at focus. What is the nature of the image? The image is diminished or a point object. Diminished and virtual. Diminished and virtual. Second case, any position except infinity, from infinity to pole, anywhere you take the object, any position, the image will be between pole and focus. For any position of the object, the image is between the pole and the focus. And what is the nature of the image? Diminished. This is highly diminished. Very small or point. Diminished, erect and virtual. Okay. So this is the nature of the image formed in case of concave mirror and the convex mirror. So what we have studied? We have studied what is the magnification, what is the linear magnification, what is the longitudinal magnification, what is the relation between the linear magnification and the longitudinal magnification, that is n dash equal to minus n square, and how the image is formed in case of a spherical mirror based upon the position of the object. Okay? Hope all of you understand. Thank you.